Welcome back, everyone. JAYBONE here for Smash This Podcast. Oh my goodness, it's after midnight on a Friday. What is wrong with the bone? It's not my fault. Rampage was on a little late because of March Madness or something. Oh my goodness. Oh, the chat is, shall we say, lit tonight. Good evening, everyone. Mark, I can't even say that question out loud. It's going to make me sick to my stomach. Yeah, I love you, but you're gross. You're goofy. All right. Jiminy Christmas. That's right. Friday after dark. Yeah, something like that. All right. We got a lot to cover tonight. There is a significant amount of news that came out within the last 24 or so hours. I saw little things pop up all day today. I really wasn't on social media that much, but I'd get updates through Ringside News, or someone would tag me and something on the Twitter box or something like that. So, but before we dive into everything, and as you can see around the border here, you know what we're going to get into tonight, plus a couple other things, something that came to my attention. Make sure, guys, that you smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications. There is a sale going on right now. Now, let me double check this because I don't want to give you guys any fake news. Here we go. So this is the same sale that's going on for TNI that we talked about a couple days ago. But in the Spreadshirt link in the description for the Smash This Podcast merch, there's 4 days left. Free shipping. Not a bad deal, folks. Not a bad deal. Load up that cart. The weather's starting to change. Go get you some new tanks, some new cups when you get outside and you're drinking spring drinks with your friends or whatever. I don't know. I don't get out much. What do people do now? Do they do that? I don't know. Becoming a Herbert. It's sad. All right. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. We're going to talk some news tonight, some JAYBONE's news. I'm not doing the jingle because it's just not fun if I'm doing my own jingle, and it's just not fun. It's like me trying to put myself over. I don't want to do that. So let me adjust this light real quick. Hang on here. All right. Sorry about that. All right, that's better. That's better. Like blinding myself here. All right. So one thing that you don't see here on the display card here that we're going to talk about is I got an update. I got an update on a card that's going on in New Japan. Oh my goodness. And this is courtesy of Courtney. Thank you. Hang on, let me do a little share screen of Rooney here. Window, there we go. How about this? Straight out of the Discord. Can you guys see that? All right. Windy City Riot in April. Chicago. Special singles match. Jon Moxley is going to face Will Ospreay. Unfreaking believable. See, this is why I love our Discord. I don't have to worry about scrolling through a million different things on Facebook or the Twitter box. All of a sudden, boom. See this post on Discord. Jump into the TNI Discord. Get all sorts of news in there. It's not just Impact Wrestling. Yeah, we love our Impact Wrestling on TNI, but we cover all sorts of stuff here, you know? So, I tell you what, it's damn tempting to not get tickets because this is literally right before my birthday. Contemplating taking my son to this. I don't know. I'll see what tickets are like in the next few days. We'll see. It's a month away. This is bittersweet because it's the last event at the Odeum. Now, I've been in this place one time before, and that was when I went to go see Impact Wrestling's Bound for Glory 3 years ago? It's hard to believe that's 3 years ago. Crazy. Just laughing at the chat. For reals, yes. Oh, very nice. Everybody's doing the bites in the chat. I love my chat. You guys crack me up. Everybody's lit tonight, you can tell, right? But not me. I was in a burrito coma earlier. Took a nap, woke up, had a bowl of ice cream, and bam, we're here. So, we're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. All right, so yeah, huge news about Mox and Ospreay facing off in Chi-Town. It's going to be a great card, folks. And it's not too far from me. It's damn tempting. I think it's right around the same time as that Hardy show in Waukesha. That's literally 10 minutes from my house. Oh, all these things coming by here. Crazy. All right. What else are we going to talk about? Let's talk about this Supercard of Honor update that we see down here to my left, your right. Ring of Honor has made the match official at Supercard of Honor on April 1st. I believe this show is going to happen right before the Impact Wrestling one. Don't quote me on that. But I think they're going to overlap. I think Ring of Honor will start first and then Impact will start a few hours later. I got to double check on that, but we'll see. So the Briscoes are going to face off and defend their Ring of Honor tag team titles against FTR. Oof. Could be one of the best tag team matches of the year, folks. This one's been amping up for a few months now. So that's right, Critical Sting. Absolutely nobody saw this coming. You heard it here first. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So, I hate to put a negative spin on this. But I feel like if the Briscoes aren't going to be signed by Ring of Honor and or AEW, this is probably the best way to get the belts off of them. And I don't know how they're going to do this, because granted, this tag team match could start out the card first, and then the Briscoes can leave and go straight across town to the Impact show. So I'm guessing that's how they're going to do that, because they're literally booked for the same day, just hours later, different venue. At least I think it's a different venue. I think Bill and or Mark could probably confirm that for me. So that's going to be a wild day of wrestling. It really is. But yeah, what do you think is going to happen at the Supercard of Honor? The only other match that I know of is Gresham versus Bandito. I don't know if anything else has been. Swerve versus Alex Zane. I think that was booked. In fact, I think that was the first one that was booked. Okay. Bill says different venue, same town, but not around the corner. Okay. So, yeah. So, if you put the Briscoes and FTR at the front of the card, Briscoes can leave, fly across town. What? Oh, my God. I mean, they're going to go straight from having like one of the best matches of the night to wrestling against a dream team of the Good Brothers, or dream match with the Good Brothers. Is that where they join Impact Wrestling? A lot of Impact Wrestling fans are starting to. You know me. You know me. I don't do a lot of speculating, just because it's so overdone across the interwebs. And it just, I try, and I say this all the time, try not to overthink professional wrestling. Just watch it for what it is. It's fun to predict some stuff, speculate a little. Just don't lose your mind with it. I see so many people just absolutely losing their mind on social media, which is why I don't partake in that much. Oh, okay. Here's a little more info on that. Bill says 23 miles, low traffic, under 30 minutes, but during Mania may be tough. Yeah, depending on side of town, depending on what's all going on. It's feasible, though, I think. It's definitely feasible. So we'll see. Maybe times will be adjusted a little more as we get closer to that weekend. It's 2 weekends away. It's kind of crazy, eh? All right. So, can't wait for that match, though. That's going to be an absolutely loaded day of of wrestling. Ring of Wrestling. Dear God. It's late. Yeah. All right. What's next? We'll talk about AEW last as far as stuff that happened tonight. We'll go over tonight's results, some fun matches. But before we got to talk about this gentleman right here. To my right, your left. Cody Rhodes. Now I'll admit, I am not ashamed to admit this. I did watch a certain amount of Monday Night Raw strictly because I was very curious to see if Cody was going to show up. And I mentioned this on Wednesday. Or was it during the throwback on Monday? I might have squeezed a statement about it during the something. Oh no, that was when Scott Hall passed away. But anyways, WWE had the perfect opportunity to debut him on Monday Night Raw following Seth Rollins' loss to Kevin Owens. So, but then they go off the air with Seth Rollins just looking like, oh no, distressed, stressed out, lost the match. Oh no, now he's not going to have anything to do at WrestleMania. I'm not too up on WWE stuff right now. A lot of it's gotten away from me. I kind of know, who's doing what, well, who's on what show, who's champ, who's not. I know that. You hear things, you see things. But knowing Seth's over-the-top character right now, from what I see, he wears the big gaudy clothes, the jackets, the whatever. I could see him trying to, one of the nights, I don't know which night, trying to hijack WrestleMania, grabbing a mic from the back, stomping down that long 50-yard ramp or whatever, you know what I mean. Those WrestleMania ramps get longer and longer every year. Pretty soon, it's going to be like 2 miles long, and you're going to have, the Undertaker's going to be like, damn, I thought mine was long. It's going to be ridiculous. So Seth's going to go down there, and he's going to be like, I was supposed to have some time on this show. I was supposed to have a match. So I'm hijacking this show, and I want anybody to come out here and professional wrestle me. Whatever. He's not going to say that. He's had to throw a Susie line in there. Warthog, long time no see. What's up, man? Partnership? Dude, you might be smoking the best stuff of everyone in the chat tonight. There's no partnership. No, you're goofy. And don't even try to, tell me that you heard it straight from the EVP Young Bucks. Don't even try that one again. Nice try. Anyways, so I just I know Cody was getting booed in AEW. It was like the fun thing to do. Oh, turn him heel, do whatever, And he kept saying, I'm not turning heel. I'm going to miss him on AEW, man. He was such a big part of that. I wasn't that hip on Brandy. I mean, you know. So it is what it is. If he's happy, he's happy, you know. He's got a kid now. He's got a wife. He's got a kid. And if he's not happy with what he's doing, then he's got to go do what's going to make him happy. I can't understand how this is going to make him happy, but maybe there's something special in his deal that he worked out with Vinnie Mac. I don't know. I'll tell you what, though, you know, I've been taking a quite the sabbatical from WWE, and look, I still got favorites on the show. You know, I love Roman. I loved his heel work. I love Seth. I love KO. Excuse me. And I really want to see Cody. So am I going to have to suck it up and watch a little WWE to get my fill of one of my favorites that used to be on AEW, and that's Cody Rhodes? I don't know. I hear so much negative, and I see so much negative, and it still just pushes me away, you know? And I'm like, God, it's just getting worse. I don't get it. I don't understand what they're doing. It's like, is it that hard? Is it that hard to book some matches and create some stories? I know we all say, oh, I could book a better show than that. I don't want that job. I've heard how stressful it is. I don't want that job. But damn, it's frustrating to see what they're doing sometimes. Mark says, where is Balor these days? Good question. I think he was on NXT. I think he went down to NXT. I'm not sure. I don't know. I thought I heard something about him recently, or maybe he was on Raw. He came back recently. I heard something. I don't know. Courtney, you're the one that watches WWE. Where's Balor? Oh, she says right here, he's on Raw. Nice. All right. Oh, Critical Sting says Balor just won the U.S. title? What? Are you serious? Wow. I did hear that one of my other favorites, Ricochet, just won the Intercontinental Championship. Good for him. After being buried for like 2 years straight, now it's like, oh, did he prove himself to you, Vince? Oh, sure. Hey, man, throw a belt. What kind of belts we got lately? Truth says, ain't taking my belt. Vince just goes, oh, ha, ha, ha. So they're doing a few things right. I'll give them that. It's nice to see. You know, wrestling isn't supposed to stress me out, but God, yeah, every time I think about WWE, it just stresses me out. I don't know. We'll have to see. I am curious about Mania. I am curious about one of my classic favorites to see what's Stone Cold Steve Austin's going to do. Praying to God he's not just going to sit in a chair at the main event on one of the nights of WrestleMania. I keep hearing these little things like in-ring shape. Just don't do what The Rock did a handful of years ago and like end up, getting internal bleeding and breaking your spleen in half or whatever the hell The Rock did. Yeah, they didn't like that too much. Hollywood did not like that too much. All right. Anyways, enough WWE talk. War Dog, they do that trading in belts for another shot. They do that on another brand called Impact Wrestling. They don't do that in the WWE. Oh man. Yeah, Swag Fan, you might be right. Swag Fan says Cody has upped his value since leaving WWE. Maybe Vince sees it and we'll see. Yeah, that's true. Where are you going? I think he wants to get out of here. Hang on, folks. Say hi, Sabby. Say hello. Say hello to the people. All right. Let you out of here. All right. GT's got to go. All right. Okay, so what are we going to end up here with? Some AEW Rampage talk. All right, for the 18th of March. Is that a national hangover day for the Irish or something? I don't know. We start out hot here with Darby Allin versus the Butcher. Man, the Butcher's gotten in pretty good shape, dude. He's just a monster of a dude. Just a monster. I didn't really like the way this ended, but Darby Allin ends up doing a coffin drop on top of the Butcher from the top rope to the outside of the ring on the floor. I was like, oh my God. That's crazy. So Darby Allin actually won by a count out. I will say this. That is one thing that AEW almost never does. I can't even tell you the last time I saw AEW had a match end in a count out. Couldn't tell you. So Darby wins, Sting's out there with him, and then all of a sudden Andrade and his boys, Private Party, show up, and they jump in there, and all of a sudden it's the Hardys to the rescue. Place just erupts. The place erupts. And so we got 4 guys in the ring looking out to Andrade's crew, and Matt says, hey, how about next Wednesday? Got 4 of your guys against us 4 guys. 8-man tag match. Dynamite. Well, good old TK makes it official. So next Wednesday, we're getting Private Party, the Butcher and the Blade versus the Hardys. I'm not used to calling them the Hardys, but that's what they're calling them now. The Hardys. Matt and Jeff, Darby Allin, and the Icon Sting. So, big match next week. Next, we got legit Leyla Hirsch versus Red Velvet. This was pretty good. I've seen some matches of Leyla Hirsch where, because she's got a low center of gravity, she moves a little different. And a lot of the other girls have a similar build and they're like evenly matched, where with Leyla, they got to like adjust how they do stuff a little bit. So it's a bit of a challenge, but this one was pretty good. This is one of the better matches I've seen Leyla have with Red Velvet, or just with anyone lately. But Red Velvet gets the win here. Now, they said something about Leyla Hirsch's winning streak was like a ridiculous number. I'd have to go back and see what Excalibur said during this match, but he said something about a winning streak of hers. Some like astronomical number. Now, they didn't say that this was her first loss on TV, but I'd have to go back and see exactly what they said. But anyways, Red Velvet gets the win here. Chris Statlander helps Red Velvet win because Leyla Hirsch does this thing lately. She goes outside of the ring. She grabs a turnbuckle tool thing. And then she gets in the ring and she's about to clobber Red Velvet. And all of a sudden, Chris Statlander's there to grab the tool away from her outside of the ring, and then Red Velvet beat her. Here's the thing. Chris Statlander looks way different. She doesn't have the bright colors anymore. She doesn't have the neon green and the, like, alien fun face paint. She's wearing black, almost like boy shorts, trunks, whatever, black top. And then she had a black lightning bolt for the only face paint on. I think she dyed her hair too. So she's not so goofy with the nose boops and the goofy alien gimmick. She's a lot more serious. So, I mean, hey, if that helps her get a little farther in the company, then so be it. She's still a good wrestler. So we'll see what happens. So I imagine this is going to end up with next Rampage. We're going to see Leyla Hirsch versus Chris Statlander. That's a guess, but I don't think that's too far off. Oh, this is interesting. So, you must have been at the show tonight, Luis. So Morales Vlogs says Scott announced Impact will be back in Philly in September. It's nice to know. They must have had it. I was going to ask Bill while he was in here, how was the crowd tonight? If you were there, Luis, let me know how the crowd was tonight. No spoilers. Just let me know how the crowd was. I imagine they sold out, but just a guess. All right. What do we got here? Red Velvet for the win. Next, we've got Bear Country and Fuego. Oh, boy. Versus House of Black. Man, House of Black is just over like Rover. They killed Bear Country and Fuego. They just tossed them around like a sack of shit. It was good. It was a good trios tag team match. A lot of fun. House of Black just totally dominated. Oh, okay. So Luis says, I saw the news on Twitter. Someone posted it. Oh, okay. All right. I got you. Well, thank you for sharing, though. That kind of stuff is okay. Just don't give me any other spoilers. So House of Black wins here. We'll see what's next for them. They're teasing something else, something on social media. So one of them is like holding an eye patch. Now, I only know one other eye patch or person holding an eye patch or wearing, Jiminy Christmas, in AEW wearing an eye patch. And that's Julia Hart. So we'll see if they can lure her to the dark side. Seduce her to the House of Black. That sounded a little gross. She's kind of young. I shouldn't say it like that. Sorry. Especially with that storyline that Buddy Matthews just had in that other company. Jiminy Christmas. No, we don't want part 2 of that. Dear God. Anyways, what? It's one of the reasons I stopped watching. I'm like, I just can't with this. Just can't. Main event time. Keith Lee versus Max Caster. Oh, man. I know some people don't like the Acclaimed. Sometimes they get a little controversial. They say a few things that are a little off color or whatever. Might hurt a couple feelings here and there. But damn, these guys are good together. Now, this was a singles match. Bowens was just outside of the ring, keeping an eye on the old boombox ski. But this was a lot of fun. Man, Keith Lee. If you had any question if Keith Lee is popular, geez. Well, this is his hometown too, so that helped. He's from Texas, I guess. And and I was thinking while I was watching this before I went live, I was like, man, how long have I been watching Keith Lee? It's been about 5 years now. And I started watching him on that little show called Flow Slam, or that streaming service, I should say, called Flow Slam. Because he was just knocking it out of the park on those Evolve shows. And other places too, but that's where I watched him, was the Evolve shows on Flow Slam. That's right, Swag fan, basking in his glory. Man, the crowd was so hot, you almost thought it was like a European crowd because they started doing the whole, bask in his glory, the whole singing along. And Keith Lee's just sing it. Just sing it to me. He was just eating it up. He loved it. Sounded great too. It sounded great. But man, Max Caster, it's not just the gimmick. It's not just the rapping. It's not just the goofy, bright rap clothing or whatever, or the character, whatever. No, Max Caster is a good wrestler. And he brought it to Keith. He really did. And Keith is a big dude. What, 350 pounds? Oh, it's hard to take this dude off his feet. And Max Caster did a few times. But, this was a lot of fun. There was one point during the match, Max Caster's just throwing everything but the kitchen sink at him. Keith Lee just grabs him, tosses him backwards over his head. And Max Caster just crashes behind Keith Lee on the mat. Like, damn. It's just wild. Just wild. This was a lot of fun. Max Caster gets I don't want to say squished. It wasn't a squash match, but he got squished with that finisher. What do they call the finisher? I don't know what they called it up north. But this is his, he takes him and he spins him around like almost like a scoop slam, almost sort of scoop slam splash thing. I don't know what the hell they call it. but it's impressive nonetheless. Now, after the match, Hobbs comes down to the ring. He and Starks come into the ring and beat up Keith Lee. They're just beating him down, along with the Acclaimed. So it's 4-on-1. Really good odds. All of a sudden, now I don't know, it's going to take me a while to get used to this music, and I think I could speak for the rest of the crowd here. It took them a second to figure out who was coming out. Swerve comes out swinging a steel chair. Oh my God. He runs down to the ring, brings the chair in, throws it to the outside of the ring towards, the Acclaimed or whoever was out there right in front of him, and helped Keith Lee get up, and they shake hands like, hey, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So maybe they're going to form a little alliance ski. It doesn't have to be a tag team, but Swerve is new and Keith Lee is new. It's not bad to coming into a new place and to have some friends. And I'm sure they were friends before up north. So, very cool to see Swerve. I'm sure he'll be on the show next week in ring. I loved his debut. Trying to remember who he beat. Tony Nese. That was a damn good match. I don't think I reviewed it on here, but that was a lot of fun. That was a great debut match. And I really hope they use Tony Nese a lot more. That or put him in Ring of Honor. He would fit great in Ring of Honor too. That's right, Swerve's house. I tell you what would be interesting is to hear the crowd go back and forth, to see like who gets the bigger chant, the Bask in His Glory or the Swerve's house. That'd be a little nuts, but that'd be a lot of fun to see whose crowd side could get louder. All right, but anyways, that's it for AEW tonight. Trent, good old Trent, my partner in crime over in TNI, that other little podcast, has a show tomorrow in AEW in Chi-Town. AAW, excuse me. Let me check. Okay, truck. So this is for Patreon members. Patreon members of TNI. AAW Epic tomorrow is going to be shown in the Treehouse Theater. Great time to become a Patreon. And it doesn't matter what level Patreon. You can start for $3 and get in on watching some great wrestling. And hey, maybe you even see Trent out there. You never know. Sometimes you see him walking around, crowd in the back. So something to think about. You want to help the TNI podcast grow, help support it. Great way to do it. Join the Patreon. Mark is correcting me here. I apologize. Treehouse is tier 3 only. Okay, so that's the $10 tier. Okay, still a great deal because we're showing stuff in there all the time. From current shows to specials to all sorts of stuff. So, thank you, Mark. Sorry about that. Mark from TNI is the Patreon guy. I screw that up all the time. We're lucky we have any Patreon members as much as I screw that up. But anyways, thanks for joining, everyone. Like I said earlier, down in the description, go check out the links. Help smash this podcast grow. You can Smash that like button. Smash that sub button. Ring that bell for notifications. And yeah, go check out the link. You get free shipping through the 22nd. The sale was the 17th through the 22nd. So free shipping. You can help support Smash's podcast, or T&I's got the same sale going on right now. So much love, everyone. Take care. We will see y'all Sunday night. Part of the old Jiminy Christmas family dinner. It's time to go to bed, folks. Good night, all. Take care. Have a tremendous weekend. Go join that Patreon. Good night.
Hey, Impact Wrestling. It's great to be here tonight.